Hello, third graders. Today we are subtracting 4-digit numbers, which means we will subtract numbers that go all the way to the thousands place. As we do that, we are going to explore how the operations of subtraction and addition are related. Remember, we call them inverse operations, which means that we can use one to check the other. They undo each other. So when we finish subtracting, we're going to check our answer by adding. And when we add, we'll check our answer by subtracting because they are inverse operations. So let's get started today with this slide. It says bike route A is 1,579 miles. Bike route B is 3,559 miles. The question is, how much longer is bike route B? Now, before I go any further, I'm thinking of my strategy for solving word problems, and I need to underline this question to help me focus. So the question wants to know, how much longer is bike route B? Well, now I need to look and see, are there any keywords here that are going to help me figure out whether I'm going to add or subtract or how I'm going to solve this problem? And whenever you see a word with an ER on it, that's actually a clue that you're going to subtract when you're comparing two things. When you're trying to find out if something is longer, shorter, taller, wider, any of those ER words means we're comparing, and we compare two things by subtracting. So that's actually a keyword here letting us know that we are probably going to be subtracting to find this answer. Then we need to decide, okay, well, what numbers are we going to subtract with? Well, it says bike route A. If I'm trying to figure out how much longer bike route B is, I need to know how long both of the routes are. So I need to know, here's A, I'm going to need that number, and here's B, I'm going to need that number. And I don't see the words estimate. I do not see about how much. I do not see round. So that tells me I'm going to be using these two actual numbers to subtract. Now, I don't want you to get confused here. This right here is our actual problem that we are going to solve. Now, you might be saying, well, wait a minute, I see the word estimate right there, and I can see that they rounded. If you've noticed that, you've already noticed how they chose to check this, because we just talked about one way of checking subtraction is to add as an inverse operation. But another way of checking to see, is my answer reasonable? Or does it make sense? Or could this possibly be the right answer? Another way to check that is to estimate. And so what this question is doing, after we find our actual answer, we're then going to estimate to see if the estimate is close to our actual answer. If it is, that means there's a really good chance we got it right. So let's go ahead and solve this problem. 9 minus 9 is 0. We didn't even need to regroup. Now we go to our tens. We only have 5 tens, but it wants us to take away 7. If we only have 5, we cannot take away 7. So we're going to regroup one of our hundreds. We only take 1, so that leaves 4 hundreds left. When we regroup, remember, you're breaking apart and you get 10. Every single time you regroup, you get 10. When we bring 10 over, we're going to put it with the 5 that are already there. So 10 with the 5 that are already there are going to give us 15. Now we have 15 minus 7. Well, you can choose to start at 7 and count up to 15 if you don't have that fact memorized. Or maybe you want to start at the number 15 and count back 7. We'll start at 15 and count backwards 7. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Now we go to our hundreds. We only have 4 hundreds now, yet they want us to take 5 away. We can't do that, so we need to regroup again. So again, we go next door. We always just go next door to the very next place value. So we're going to take apart a thousands block this time. We only take apart 1, so there's still going to be 2 there. But whenever you bring it back and it breaks apart, it always breaks to 10. We're bringing over 10. There's already 4, so if we put the 10 with that 4, we now have 14 hundreds blocks. 14 minus 5. Let's count backwards again. 14 to 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Our last place value, 2 minus 1, is 1. And let's not forget to put our comma in. So our answer is 1,980. What are we talking about here? Because when we have the cubes problem solving strategy, We just went through and we circled and we underlined and we boxed and we solved. The S stands for solving, but it also means we need to check our answer and we need to label our answer. What are we talking about in this question? How much longer is bike route B? It's 1,980. We look back and see what are they using to label their numbers? Miles. So miles is what we're talking about here. Now to check my answer, or to at least see if I might be right, this problem chose to estimate. So I'm going to erase what I already put here, just so you can see those numbers better. To estimate, remember, you round each number. So 3,559, they rounded, if we look carefully, I see 600. That means they rounded to the hundreds place. If you look here, they looked next door. It was 5 or higher, so they added one more. They rounded to 3,600. 1,579, they looked next door. That also rounded 1,600. Now they're going to subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 6 is 0. 3 minus 1 is 2. Now, here's where we get to see. Is our actual answer 1,980 miles? Is that close to 2,000? Well, it actually is, because 80 plus 20 more brings us to 2,000. So that's actually very close. That doesn't promise us that our answer is correct, but it gives us a really good hint that our answer is reasonable, that it could be correct. This next question, instead of estimating, it wants us to use addition to check our answer. Remember, we can do that because addition and subtraction are inverse operations. So first, let's do the subtraction, okay? So we have 7,371, and we're going to subtract 365. We are always going to start with our ones. 1 minus 5. We can't do that. If we only have 1, we can't take 5 away. So we're going to come over to the tens blocks. We're going to break one of those apart. We're going to take one. So if we take one of those, that's only going to leave them with 6. When we bring it over to the ones, remember a 10 block breaks into 10 ones, but there's already one here. Don't forget to include that one. 10 plus the one that was already here is 11. A lot of times kids accidentally just write 10 there. You have to include what was already there. So now we have 11 minus 5, and we can do that. Let's count backwards. 11 to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Now we go to our tens. 6 minus 6 is 0. 3 minus 3, I can do that without even regrouping. And 7 minus nothing is still going to be 7. Remember to bring down that comma right in between your hundreds and your thousands place. So I think the answer is 7,006. To check it, I'm going to write that number. I'm going to use the inverse operation. So since I subtracted to get this answer, I'm going to add to check my answer. And I'm going to add it to that middle number, 365. Make sure you line up your place values. Notice in 365, there are no thousands. So when I rewrite it over here, I have to make sure there is a blank in the thousands. Push it over to where it belongs. And let's add them. 6 plus 5. Well, 5 plus 5 is a double, and one more would be 11. So we regroup the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 0 plus 3 is 3. 7 plus nothing is still 7. I got 7,371. Let's look back at where we started. Was that where we started? It absolutely was. So that tells us that this answer that we got when we subtracted is correct. Let's go on. This time it wants us to subtract again, and we're going to add once again to check our answer. 2 minus 8, we cannot do that. When you only have 2, you can't take 8 away, so we need to regroup. We're going to just take 1, so 9, take 1 away, that leaves 8 there. Always make sure you show by crossing off and taking 1 away. You cannot put anything over here until you take it from somewhere. So take 1 from there, bring it over. It always breaks apart into 10, but you're not just going to write 10 because there's already 2 here. So put the 10 you just brought over with the 2 that are already here. That gives us 12. 12 minus 8. Now remember, you can start at 8 and count up to 12. Or you can start at 12 and count backwards from 8. Whenever I have a larger number like this, I like to count up. So I'm going to start at the 8 and go to 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 4. 8 minus 3. I don't even need to regroup for that. That's 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 1 minus nothing, because there's a space here, which means none, is still 1. So I think the answer is 1,154. Now I'm going to check it using inverse operations. I'm going to add it to the number that's in the middle, and let's see what we get. 4 plus 8 is 12, so we need to regroup the 1. 5 plus 3 is 8, and 1 more is 9. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus nothing is 1. Let's see, did we end up back where we started? 1,392? 1,392? My answer is correct. By the way, boys and girls, if you get over here and you get a different number than where you started, that means you need to pause. You need to go back. That's yourself telling yourself that you were wrong somewhere. Go back and see where you made your mistake. Did you make a mistake with your subtraction? Or maybe you made a mistake when you went to check your work. Either way, if you get a different answer when you check, do not just keep going. That's going on when you already know you have something wrong, and that's just silly. This one is a number sentence. So I call it a sentence because it's going sideways, like sentences that you read and reading how they go sideways. This is called a subtraction sentence, though, because it's a subtraction symbol. If it was adding, we would call it an addition sentence. But this one is a subtraction sentence, and it has this question mark for an unknown. That's what they want us to find out. But we're not going to solve it going sideways. We're going to rewrite it, and we're going to stack our numbers on top of each other according to place value. You might notice that I haven't written my dollar signs. I'm actually going to leave them off for now, just so I don't have too much in the way and it confuses me. I'm just going to wait and put my dollar symbol on my final answer when I'm all finished. So we're always starting with our ones. 5 minus 8. We can't do that. If we only have 5, we cannot take 8 away. So we're going to come over, regroup, just take 1, so that leaves 6 there. We bring 10 over, but there's already 5 there, so we put the 10 with the 5. That gives us 15. 15 minus 8. If you have that fact memorized, that's the best way. But if you don't have it memorized, that's okay. Let's start at 8 and we'll count up to 15. To 9, to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got 7. 6 minus 6 is 0. 8 minus 1 is 7. Put that comma in. 4 minus 3 is 1. Remember I said I'm going to include that dollar symbol in my final answer? So I think the answer is 1,707. I'm actually even going to write it here, but if it doesn't check, then I'm going to go back and erase it after. Let's see. I'm going to write what I think the answer is. I'm going to use the inverse operation, which means the opposite of how I got that answer. And I'm going to add it to that middle number. And let's see how I did. Well, I know that 7 plus 7 is a double. That's 14. So if I have just one more would be 15. So I'm going to regroup. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 1 plus 3 is 4. Put my comma in. Let's check and see. Did I end up back where I started? 4,875. 4,875. Woohoo! That means my answer is correct. This next one is a little bit of a tricky problem because they want us to compare. So they want us to decide what symbol goes in the middle here. Is it going to be a greater than symbol? Is it going to be a less than symbol? Or is it going to be an equal symbol? But here's the thing, I can't just guess. I have to do the math to decide. Now, whenever you have one of these comparing things, remember you're looking everything on this side. They want you to compare the answer to this math problem to everything on this side, to the answer to this math problem. So this takes a little bit of work. We're first going to have to stack the numbers on this side, 1,543 minus 984. I have to solve that problem over here. But on this side, I have to solve this problem. 5,193 minus 4,893. Once I'm finished both of those, I'm going to compare the two answers to see if I'll have a less than, a greater than, or an equal